Happy Monday. You know what? I don't even know what today's day is. It's Monday, February 11th, I want to say. Let me check here. 10th. Monday, February 10th is today. Sorry about that. It is Monday, and I have not yet really set my week straight. I'm coming at you live this morning to do the Earth Magic Monday reading. I thought it would be nice to do it live. I find that more people like to tune in when it's live, and I don't know if that's because you have an opportunity to ask questions or if you just like that sense of community. But in any case, that's how we're doing it today, and I'll see what comes of it. I'm wondering if, because I've had so many conversations with people so far this year, and I'm wondering if people are going through hard times right now, struggling with things, and if there's a reason that we're all doing this. We're hearing a lot of stuff about the end of the toxic masculine era, masculine and divine feminine, the masculine, right? So it could have something to do with that, but I think that today for Earth Magic Monday, I want to talk about, I'm going to ask Spirit to give us guidance on what is our job right now? What is our purpose right now? Good morning, Stephen. How are you? I am doing well. I hope you are too. Thank you. I just checked in this morning to YouTube, and I see that you have posted a couple of comments, and I haven't yet had a chance to read through those comments. So I'm looking forward to reading them, and I will be doing that shortly. So thank you for commenting. I really appreciate the engagement on my channel. So we're doing, as I mentioned, Earth Magic Monday, and I'd like to ask Spirit today, what is our job? People going through a hard time, going through a shift, going through an experience that feels uncomfortable or scary. What is our job right now this week? So that's what I'm going to be pulling for. And then we'll go from there. We'll see what happens next. So, spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels, universe, could we please have a reading today, an Earth Magic Monday reading, where you give us some guidance about what our job is right now and how do we move through these difficult times? If we're experiencing difficulty and discomfort, what is the purpose right now? What are we supposed to be doing or getting out of it? What are we creating from this? If you could enlighten us, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, I think we're ready to start pulling, although with these Earth Magic cards, I tend to do them differently. Okay. Creation. Certainly we can all feel that. Hi Arjun, hi Philip, good morning. Rishanjet, good morning. And we are pulling divine guidance today from Spirit to tell us about what we're supposed to be getting out of some of the struggles, hardships, challenges that we might be facing right now. So the first thing is creation, and I can absolutely see that. I'm sure you guys all can see that. When things happen, when we are dealt our cards, it's up to us to choose what to do with those cards. How do we alchemize those cards into a winning hand, right? And what does winning look like? Instinct. Anytime we're going through hardships or struggle, we are being given an opportunity to really learn how to lead with instinct. How do we listen to that? And what is it telling us? That's such an important message today. Veiled, fog, there's our veiled card. So when we are going through hardships and struggles and challenges, often part of the reason is because it's giving us a little bit of contrast, and it allows us to tap into the things that we were not looking at before, learning about things that we have not yet seen and now coming into view. Shape-shifting, boy, Spirit is answering our question today, for sure. Shape-shifting. How do we change ourselves? How do we assimilate, or how do we stand firm? What do we do when we are faced with challenges and difficult circumstance? We we navigate it. And a lot of that navigation is learning how to move around and shapeshift and create what we need to be in order to step into a better situation. And new beginnings. Wow. New beginnings. I mean, look at this, guys. Creation, instinct, veiled, shape-shifting, new beginnings. We ask the question, what are we supposed to be getting out of any hardships that we're experiencing right now, any challenges? And I can't think of a more direct and better answer from Spirit than this one. I mean, I think we're all capable of really grasping this concept right now and seeing so clearly how profound this message is. We are being given an opportunity in every occasion to produce something, to create something, to become something, to level up, you know? And sometimes we choose to hold on to that and level up. And sometimes we choose to hide. Sometimes we choose to run from it. Sometimes we're simply not ready for that challenge. And that's okay too. But if we can keep in mind that every time something occurs that causes us strife or concern, it is the opportunity that we're being given to alchemize, to really have a new beginning, to really let go of what isn't working, to really see what we can accomplish next or what we can create out of it. It's our opportunity to co-create. So let's see, do we have any, is there another card coming from this deck? Okay, remember to breathe. Remember to breathe. Wow, thank you for that. Thank you very much for that. Let's go ahead and pull a few Rider-Waite-Smith. And what do I want? Do I want the classic or the Aquarian? I think I'm going with the classic today. Let's go ahead and pull some cards here and see what we can be looking out for, how we can be, doing this. What are our action items this week that will help us exercise? What are our practice drills here? You know, if we are in the situation where we're overcoming obstacles or getting through challenges, what are some of our practice drills that we need to be exercising? Let's find out what's going on. What do we need to do this week? How can we best level up? How can we carry out the message of the Earth Magic deck? Well, temperance, learning how to navigate a situation with grace, with flexibility, not matching energy all the time. You know, if we're stressed out, if we are seeing things going on that are causing conflict, chaos, problems, is it best always to fight fire with fire? Or is it time right now to engage some water energy, right? If things are the opposite, if things are too cooled off, if things are going too slowly, is it time for us to light a little fire and get things moving along? What is our job? Our job is not to match energy. Our job is to bring the temperance, okay? Queen of Pentacles next, creating that space for growth, really nurturing right now, nurturing ourselves and others, being able to provide the love and comfort and warmth and grace that is going to bring something beautiful and birth something new into the world. This goes right along with the creation and the shape-shifting. The Chariot, being able to maintain some degree of control by embracing the contrast, being able to, and the Chariot is not in reverse right now. So you're not trying to control everything so tightly and walk on a tightrope. The Chariot is very much about calm balance that brings that forward momentum, that brings that degree of comfort and control and moving in a forward direction. And then the Queen of Cups, holding space for your emotions. Remember, and I just watched a video, I think it was yesterday, from someone who I just started watching. It's something like, it's Sushi Bites is in his name, and I can't remember it. I'll find him and I'll put his at in the comments section, but he was talking about making sure that when we're experiencing the emotions, we're acknowledging the emotions. We're saving space for emotions. We're not packing those emotions that we're feeling into a story to make them fit together and then identifying the emotion as that story. You know, like we're upset about something and so we create a story to justify that upsetness rather than simply acknowledging the emotion and allowing it to do what it needs to do and shapeshift, right? We need to keep that flexibility. We don't need to constantly be naming the emotions and creating the reason why we're having those so that we can justify them to move forward. It's not about that. It really is about just experiencing. We experience the human condition. We are going to have a very wide range of emotions on every single given day, and they pass. They come and they go. They're constantly morphing and shape-shifting. How we relate to those emotions is what's important, right? Like, what are we going to do with that? How are we going to manifest? How are we going to alchemize? It's not by way of cramming these emotions into a tiny ball and saying, now you're this and you'll forever be this, and now I'm going to carry that with me. It's not about that. Just acknowledge the emotions and then keep going. And let go of the burdens, for crying out loud. Sometimes when we do this, when we forget to allow the emotions to come through and we do create those stories to sort of trap emotions into, we end up carrying that burden with us. We don't want to do that. We don't need to do that. That's going to slow us down. That's going to close the opportunity doors for the alchemizing that needs to occur, right? So keep that in mind this week, guys. And transform. Here's our death card, and here's the final card for this reading today. This is above and beyond about transformation, creation, shape-shifting, new beginnings. That's what it's all about. And we will be given opportunities to shapeshift and create and bring forth new beginnings and birth something new into this world all the time. That's our job. That is part of co-creation. So we're being asked to do that right now. And if you can decide how you'd like to become, what you'd like to see in the world, what you'd like to have happen, start thinking in that direction rather than cramming yourself in that place of like, just no hope. Hopelessness, you know, just like, oh, things are so terrible right now. I don't know what to do and I have no control over the situation. That's simply not true. We do have the opportunity to hope something new into the world when we are given circumstances that are uncomfortable. So that's our reading today, guys. Let me take a quick look at the comments section. I'm going to take just a very few minutes and answer just a couple of questions this morning because I think that there are some, I usually don't do that on Mondays. I usually have to stick to the reading from Spirit for Earth Magic Mondays. That being said, I feel like there are some people out there who might need a little extra guidance this week, and so I'm going to go ahead and answer a few questions. So let me back up here and take a look. Let's see. Hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning from Florida. I'm new here. What Arjun, today I was reading the Earth Magic Monday reading, and now if you have a question, I'd be happy to answer it for you. Divine guidance for Rishanjet. Please, can you help me? When will I get a job? Well, let me answer that question. And Rishanjet, I don't know if you're still in here today, but hopefully if you're not still in here, you come back later and see that your question is going to be answered. So a little bit of divine guidance for you regarding when you will get a new job. Could we have a little bit of divine guidance and find out when Rishanjet will get a new job, please? Here we go. Page of Swords in reverse. Oh, okay. So here's the thing. Here's your divine guidance about what to be doing right now. Your Page of Swords is in reverse, and then you've got this Four of Cups upright. So right now it looks like you're focusing on the wrong direction. You're either looking back at your past and you're not fully ready to grasp a new opportunity, which actually, if you listened to the Earth Magic Monday reading today, has a lot to do with this right here. So be willing to open up your perspective a little bit. Look forward. Look to the future a little bit. And while you're doing that, be very present. Don't look back at the past so much right now, and don't allow yourself to be distracted by the disappointments at the moment, okay? You want to keep open because you are going to be given an opportunity, and I'm feeling like the opportunity is right now, and the only thing stopping you from securing that, from taking it and saying thank you, is that you're focusing over here somewhere. You're not looking at what's being handed to you. So what is that about? Okay, so Knight of Swords, you really do need to look forward. You need to look, you need to be really clear about what's ahead and stop focusing on what's behind. The stuff from your past is over. That's an ended chapter. Nothing, you're not going to be able to pull anything from that to bring forward. This is very, very new. Yeah, you're still kind of like, you've taken your breath, you've looked in the past, you've figured out how you gotten to where you are. Now it's time for you to step back in and keep going because you're almost at the end of it. You're definitely entering into a new situation, and it's a good thing because it's going to end up breaking you free from some attachments and bad things from the past. Change your hierophant post to be right now. You need to be grabbing onto this new opportunity because you're being moved and advanced into a new direction. So be open to it, okay? It's coming. So the universe is handing you an opportunity right now, and all you got to do is say, okay, I'll take it, thank you. And then you'll see how things are going to be massively improved. So thank you for that question. Let me go ahead and scroll down here. Let's see, throwing us off balance in order to find clarity. Yes, there are a few I listen to. Good. If you don't have enough kindling, it's hard to start a fire. Absolutely. Raising vibrations, yes. How do you put your burdens down? Okay, ASMR healing. Let's answer that question. How do you put your burdens down? How do you put your burdens down? ASMR healing. How do you put your burdens down? First thing I'm hearing is it's important that you understand there are many ways to put those burdens down, and we're going to get real specific and ask how ASMR healing is going to need to put those burdens down, okay? Because different circumstances require different answers to that question. So for ASMR healing right now, we're going to ask, how can they put their burdens down right now? Here's our clue. Page of Wands in reverse. Judgment upright. You may need to take another look at what you believe you are responsible for. And you might need to open up a little bit to some new ideas. There's a block here. When the Page of Wands is in reverse, there's a lack of inspiration, okay? Sometimes the reason we're holding on to burdens is because we have stored energy that we don't know what else to do with, and subconsciously we're constantly looking for our next adventure, our next challenge to overcome. And when we're not feeling inspired for creating something new, we hold on to burdens that really don't belong to us and aren't really using our energy at its highest potential, at its highest good. So listen to a calling, really give yourself another look and reassess the situation and see if there are some things that you have to set down before receiving that divine guidance, before receiving that new inspiration. Sometimes you got to be willing to just put things down and hold on to your energy for a moment. Nature abhors a void. If you go ahead and put down some of your burdens, you will be offered another place for you to direct your energy. And sometimes that's why we block ourselves, because sometimes we really are afraid of what nature can produce to give us our next challenge. And sometimes we like to hold on to what we know we can already successfully hold on to, so that we're not met with a new challenge that we're a little bit afraid of. So part of letting your burdens down is understanding that you have this beautiful energy that can be directed in a much better place, and it's worth doing it because you will be more greatly fulfilled, and you'll be putting into the world something closer to what you're really supposed to be putting into the world. You know, it's like, don't waste your time and energy doing things because there's something holding you back, like keeping you tethered, making it so that you don't have another opportunity. I think that's making sense for you. I think you're hearing that because these aren't my words. These are the words coming in from Spirit, and they're what you need to hear right now. So yeah, the Knight of Wands being in reverse here, I see that you're not feeling super passionately about anything at the moment, and that's okay. It will come to you. You have to just be willing to put those burdens down and have that clarity. Don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of here. You're going to be giving yourself an opportunity to weed the garden, okay? There are areas that you're feeling dissatisfied with right now, and you think that you have to keep doing things that you're doing already, but do them better or harder or faster or stronger, and that's not the case, okay? So that's what you need to hear today, ASMR Healing. Thank you for your question, and I hope you were here to listen to the answer. All right, let's see if there's anyone else. Okay, I think the housework project and cycle align in death card on Friday. Yes, you're welcome. Oh, do I need to step back up here? I do. Okay. Family doing is still, and I'm trying to approach enough to motivate because don't outsider will be harsh if they don't play by the rules. You were right on the death card Friday. The job at hand and getting started breaking cycles. Great. Oh, good. ASMR Healing. I'm glad you were here to see that. Okay. I am about to close out here. I'm not going to be here long. Does anyone have another question? I will read one more question. So if you have a question, go ahead and pop it in the comments section now, and I will ask for an answer to that. I say comment section because I'm old and I don't know the lingo yet. I meant chat box. Put your question in the chat box. ASMR Healing. Do I see goodness coming? Do we see goodness coming our way for ASMR Healing? Thank you for your question. Do we see goodness coming for ASMR Healing? You, you need to create that space, ASMR Healing. You're still holding on to stuff, okay? So when these questions are asked, the answers come through based on the current energy, okay? So right now, you're still kind of holding on to some stuff, some burdens. Those need to be clarified. You have to make some decisions right now, and you're not quite ready yet to make those decisions. You see, after all that shuffling, you're still getting this Knight of Swords here. all right? But your Two of Wands in reverse is saying you don't know which direction to go in yet. There needs to be some faith, a little bit. Look at this, and then this Judgment card is in reverse, okay? So this is like universe, your spirit guides, and these are spirit guides speaking to you, okay? Because this is a lesson, this is a challenge that you are being met with. You need to learn discernment, and that is what you're doing right now. It's up to you whether or not goodness is coming your way, okay? Because you're learning right now how to discern where you need to focus your energies and what is okay for you to let go. Can we get a little help there? Look, I'm asking for help and your team is coming in. Okay, here's your team. Here we go. Okay, so there's something about you that is meant to be a leader. You're supposed to be leading some kind of charge or teaching people. There's something in you that is meant to lead, all right? And part of that is bringing joy to the world and celebration. It's like your job isn't to lead a charge into battle. Your job is to lead a charge that produces more joy and connection and celebration. And right now you're having a hard time finding the energy to do that because things are still cloudy and you haven't yet put some things down. All right? Put those things down and keep your eye out for how you're feeling when you are helping people, when you're making them feel good, when you're bringing joy to the world, when you're leading them in a direction that helps others. There's something about you where that's your job. That's kind of where your highest good can be played out, and that's where you're going to find your inspiration. So be that charge, and it will lead you to the goodness that you're looking for. All right, ASMR Healing, that's your message today. So keep up the good work and allow some of those burdens to go. I think sometimes you're holding on to burdens because you're trying to prevent suffering, and there's a discernment needed between preventing suffering and creating joy, okay? So keep an eye out for ways that you can discern between those two. There's a difference. So thank you. Thank you for coming in. And, oh, Stephen, do you think you're older? Let's see. Reference to CSNY, deja vu as they keep on trucking. Guys, thank you so much for stopping in today. That was your Earth Magic Monday reading. If you popped in somewhere in the middle of this video, if you think you might be interested, I strongly encourage anyone to rewind to the beginning and listen to the message from Spirit for Earth Magic this week. I think it was a really important message, and it's going to impact everyone in the way they need to be impacted by it. It's going to be hitting some people right at home. So thank you again for stopping in. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I will be back tomorrow for True Intentions Tuesdays. Have a wonderful Monday, and I'll see you then.